Good, happy Friday morning and happy TGIF, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Friday edition of Good Morning, New Hampshire. It's Friday, February 21, 2020. Rise and shine, everyone. Let's get your Friday off to a good start. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy this morning edition of Good Morning New Hampshire, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. We're going to begin with your news. We're going to start with local news. So let's get started, and welcome to Good Morning New Hampshire. In local news, new rendering released for unidentified girl found in barrel in Allenstown. Unidentified girl is biological daughter of suspected killer Terry Rasmussen. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
Burst out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
State investigators say this sketch is their best shot at figuring out who this little girl was. The new picture, released tonight and based on new genealogical research, showing she's mainly Caucasian with some Asian, Black, and Native American ancestry.
It's based on the information that one of the researchers was able to gather about ethnicity and lineage, and factoring that in, they fine-tuned this facial reconstruction a bit more.
In 2000, the girl's body was found in a barrel next to Bear Brook State Park in Allenstown, along with 3 other people. Marlise Honeychurch and her daughters, Marie Vaughn and Sarah McWaters, were just identified last year, but the unknown girl remains a mystery. DNA tests show she was not biologically related to them, but she was the daughter of Terry Rasmussen, known as Bob Evans, believed to be a serial killer who murdered all 4 victims. 10 years ago, he died of natural causes in a California prison.
Well, the picture is the best information we have right now of what this victim looked like in life. The hope is that this would trigger a memory on someone's part, maybe not only of the child, but also of her mother.
Authorities say the girl was between 2 and 4 years old when she died and was born in the mid-1970s. They don't believe she was from New Hampshire, but no location is being ruled out. Her mother also has not been located, and she's feared to be another victim.
And obviously we're hoping that someone might come forward and recall this victim. But this victim was also very young, so it's possible she just didn't have a lot of social interactions before she was killed.
If you have any information you'd like to share on this case, visit this story on WMUR.com or our mobile app. There you'll find information on how to help investigators. In Allenstown, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into national news. In national news, Trump angered by how Provision D&I handled intelligence briefing. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Thursday night. And we begin tonight with that developing headline involving the president and Russia, and a new intelligence report that says Russia is right now reportedly trying to help the president get reelected. House leaders were briefed already, and tonight ABC News has confirmed that angered the president. We already reported here he removed his acting director of national intelligence. The president announcing in just the last 24 hours that acting director Joseph McGuire would be replaced. And tonight, multiple reports now. That move came after the president learned McGuire's staff had briefed leaders in Congress. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Carl leading us off.
Tonight, the New York Times reports intelligence officials told the House Intelligence Committee in a classified briefing that, quote, Russia was interfering in the 2020 campaign to try to get President Trump reelected. The Times reports the briefing infuriated President Trump, especially the presence in the briefing of Adam Schiff, the Democrat who led the impeachment in the House.
These people are vicious. Adam Schiff is a vicious, horrible person.
According to another report in the Washington Post, the president called in then acting director of national intelligence Joseph Maguire to the Oval Office for a, quote, dressing down last Friday. ABC News has confirmed the report. Sources tell us the president believed Democrats would use the information from the briefing against him. In the past, the president has praised the acting director of national intelligence.
Admiral Maguire is a very talented man.
But now, 1 week after the election security briefing, Maguire is out. His replacement, Ambassador to Germany Richard Grenell, a staunch Trump loyalist with no intelligence experience.
John Carl with us tonight from the White House. And John, we know the new acting director of national intelligence has been openly skeptical about Russian meddling in the 2016 election, and now we have these new headlines tonight.
David, back in 2016, shortly before the election, Grenell wrote an opinion piece for Fox News calling the intelligence community's findings on Russian interference unproven. He also said that Russian misinformation has been going on for decades. But two senior administration officials tell me that Grenell will not be on the job long, that the president intends to name or nominate a permanent director of national intelligence soon, possibly within days, and it will not be Grenell. David?
All right, more to come on this. John Carl leading us off. Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather and traffic. And let's take a look at that radar for all of you and see what it looks like on the radar this morning. And here's a look at that radar for all of you. As you can see, clear day in New Hampshire. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's talk about your weather right now and your hourly forecast and your weather for today. The weather right now is fair, -1 degrees. Brr out there. And here's a look at that hourly forecast. 7 a.m. sunny, 2 degrees. 8 a.m. sunny, 5 degrees. 9 a.m. sunny, 11 degrees. 10 a.m. sunny, 16 degrees. 11 a.m. sunny, 20 degrees. And 12 p.m. sunny, 23 degrees. And weather for today, sunny, high 29 degrees, winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And let's take a look at your current temperatures across New Hampshire right now. And here's a look at those current temperatures across New Hampshire right now. Keene, -2 degrees. Jaffrey, 4 degrees. Nashua, 9 degrees. Manchester, 10 degrees. Portsmouth, 9 degrees. Rochester, -2 degrees. Concord, -1 degrees. Laconia, -2 degrees. Lebanon, -13 degrees. Plymouth, -8 degrees. Mount Washington, -11 degrees. Whitefield, -25 degrees. And Berlin, -25 degrees. And here's a look at that next 7-day forecast. We're going to be in the 40s tomorrow, and a nice one on Sunday, 46, and then Monday, 48, wow. And then another wintry mix on Thursday, so be prepared for that later on in the week. And now let's take a look at your traffic. And here's a check of those roadways this Friday morning. As you can see, we're seeing a lot of green roadways, and we have a few tiny yellow spots and red spots as well across New Hampshire. As you can see, a few yellow and red spots over here in this section of New Hampshire, and over here as well. Not too bad of a ride out this Friday morning, and hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully no major issues. If you see a traffic issue, let us know. We want to hear from you if you see any traffic issues today. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into New Hampshire life. Let's take a look at your event calendar now. In New Hampshire and around New Hampshire and Boston and Maine area as well. Winter Break Adventure Howl at the Moon, 9 o'clock a.m. Geared Up Inc. Bob Farrell, 9 a.m. at the Rochester Public Library. MOA UNH opening recipient, 10 o'clock a.m. at UNH Museum of Art. Family Story Time, 10 o'clock a.m. at Manchester West Branch Library. Lapsit Story Time, 10 o'clock a.m. at Manchester City Library. Kimball Jenkins Art and History Tour, 1 p.m. at Kimball Jenkins. And Fire and Ice Festival, 5 p.m. at Wolfboro Inn. Viewer's Choice 2020 Best Vegetarian Friendly Restaurant. Let's take a look at that video of the best areas. The 5 best vegetarian restaurants. Okay, there you go. And if you are a vegetarian eater and you agree with those, or if you don't agree and have a restaurant you know about, share it with us. We want to hear from you. So, yesterday, the toys for Baby Yoda finally came out. Let's take a look at that video from Good Morning America.
We got something really special for all of you Mandalorian fans right now.
Yep, and what do you have, Rob?
Check this out, guys. Oh, I've got some smoke. Everybody has fallen in love with the child, also known as Baby Yoda, and the newest member of the Star Wars galaxy. So now it's time. Are you ready for a GMA Mandalorian exclusive? Here we go.
We're ready.
Bring it.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's Baby Yoda. Say hello to our audience, Baby Yoda. What do you think about that?
So you can talk with Baby Yoda. So it's just like hanging out with the child in the Mandalorian, and he's doing something special for us, actually.
I mean, is that? That's pretty cute. I mean, could it be? Oh, could that be the Force? You're gonna have to wait, I guess, and find out in the second season. Okay, so this is one of the most anticipated toys of the year. Hasbro made a Baby Yoda using animatronics, so it can move, as you saw, and coo and giggle, just like it does on those planets in the far reaches of the galaxy on the show.
And we have some Mandalorian super fans here, and I love what you're wearing, by the way. The Force is strong with this child, and I want one of these jackets for myself. That looks pretty good walking down the street in Times Square. But they're here checking out these other toys, which are inspired by this little guy.
Yeah, this is the first look at some of these toys. Here's Hasbro, the child talking plush right there. All right, and then we've got the child pop by Funko right there. Oh, and, you know, a little bit of bling for you, Michael. We've also have this cool necklace by Rocklove, okay?
Oh, yeah.
That would look lovely on one of your girls.
I'll be sporting that later on today.
What do you guys think? Huh?
What do you two think?
I think
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
Really cool.
All right, great. Can I have the jacket when you're done with that? That's pretty cool, too. But these are just some of the toys that will go on display this weekend at the New York Toy Fair, where you can see many more products from the show.
I'm going to check out that toy fair, and the toys you see here are also online for sale. The child animatronic edition from Hasbro will be available later today for pre-order at most major retailers, including ShopDisney.com.
And you know the great thing is, everyone here, you're all going home with a $25 Disney Store gift card for Mandalorian merchandise. That's right. So make sure you enjoy that. Go pick up some of the toys from the Mandalorian. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to take with me.
Well, hey there, Jim.
Okay, and there you go. Very cool. Baby Yoda toys are out now. Go get your Baby Yoda toys, everyone. And now let's talk about some movies opening up today in the theaters. And here's a look at those new movies that are opening in theaters this Friday. We got The Call of the Wild, Rams, The Boy, the second, Emma, Goldie, The Night Creek, and Permentra. So if you're planning on going to the movies, check out one of these movies if you go to the movie theaters. And now let's go into entertainment news. Harry Styles held at knife point during robbery in London. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
Harry Styles robbed at knife point in London. A rep for the Metropolitan Police tells that officers were contacted about a knife point robbery on Saturday. The incident transpired Friday night at 11:30 London time. The 26-year-old singer was reportedly approached by a man carrying a knife. Styles ended up handing over money during the incident. The One Direction singer didn't report any injuries and no arrests have yet to be made. Styles has yet to publicly address the incident. Just days following the robbery, Styles appeared at the 2020 Brit Awards in London Tuesday night. Seemingly paying tribute to his late ex-girlfriend, Caroline Flack, Styles wore a black ribbon on the red carpet in her memory. The former host of Love Island was found dead on Saturday in her London apartment.
The public have been voting to save one islander from each couple.
Styles and Flack briefly dated in 2011, shortly after he gained fame with One Direction on The X Factor.
I'm Harry, I'm 16, I'm from Cheshire.
On Monday, Love Island shared a moving tribute to their former host.
Caroline, I want to thank you for all the fun times we had making our favourite show. You were a true friend to me.
Okay, and there you go. And now let's take a look at your celebrity birthdays. And here's a look at those celebrity birthdays for today. And happy birthday to all of these celebrities. We hope they all have a wonderful day. And that does it for this Friday edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. I hope you all enjoyed watching this Friday edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. Have a great rest of your Friday, everyone. I'll see you back here later on today for Good Evening New Hampshire. And I'll be back with some other things later on today, right here on the Riley King Network. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your Friday.